Yo, what's up everyone? OJ over here and welcome back to another video. Today we've got some fantastic information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with a surprise announcement of Saints Row the Third has been officially announced for the Nintendo Switch. So this is developed by Deep Silver's Fish Labs Studios. So Saints Row the Third, which is known as the craziest and potentially even best one in the franchise, is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Publisher Deep Silver has announced. Now the Nintendo Switch version is being developed by Deep Silver's Fish Labs. A release date was not announced. Now, Saints Row the Third first launched for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC back in November of 2011, and my time flies because I didn't know it's been that long since Saints Row the Third came out. I think this is the game where you get to play as the president, but you're like a crazy president that can do all sorts of superpowers and stuff like that. I remember playing the original Saints Row and Saints Row the Second back in the day, like on the Xbox 360 or something like that, and I had fun, I think, with the first and second one. I'm not really sure. It got kind of crazy after that. I know there's a fourth Saints Row and people said that game is kind of like meh, but Saints Row the Third, a lot of people do like that game. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about this one. I don't know why Deep Silver decided out of nowhere to put this on the Switch, but then again, I kind of see why they would put something like this out on the Nintendo Switch. There aren't really any games out on the Switch like this. They're still not Grand Theft Auto. Back in the day, Saints Row used to be a Grand Theft Auto competitor. Now they've kind of moved away from that. They're not really trying to compete against Grand Theft Auto because they can't. But back in the day, it was that. So maybe they're trying to say, there's not really any type of game on the market like Saints Row on the Switch. Let's go ahead and take advantage of this as well. So I do think this game, Saints Row the Third, is also on PS4 and Xbox One. I think they made like a remastered version of it there. So that's cool. It's just cool that they're bringing it over, and once again shows that there's going to be many game announcements after E3. I hate that I have to keep on bringing this up, but there's been a ton of different game announcements after E3, from stuff like Diablo 3. We also had Warframe being announced. Now Saints Row. There's been other games as well. So that's kind of how it's going to go with Nintendo Switch. A lot of developers, Nintendo themselves, they're going to announce stuff afterwards. They're going to have Nintendo Directs with more footage. They're going to have just regular announcements throughout the whole year, and I think that's a good way of doing it. I like stuff rolling out throughout the whole year. But Saints Row the Third just kind of coming out of nowhere was a surprise announcement, and it's really cool that the Switch is going to be getting games like this, because I remember back in 2011 and all that, I was thinking like, okay, is this going to come to the Wii U? Like 2011, obviously the Wii U was not out yet. 2012 it came out, but I thought that this was one of the games that could be ported over because the Wii U was getting a lot of ports that were just coming to the system, and it never came. It never got that. So the fact that it skipped over the Wii U, but it's coming to Nintendo Switch, once again reinforces the idea of sales, reinforces the idea of if you have the sales, developers will bring games over. Maybe it doesn't get everything day and date, maybe it doesn't get everything at all, but it's going to get quite a number of games just because developers are going to see the install base and say, okay, well, we can put something out on there, we can take this time porting it, we can make our money back and then some on the Nintendo Switch. And this is a crazy type of superhero game, like I said before, where you do all sorts of stuff. So I think it fits the Switch well. I think it fits the type of play that you'll have on there. So shout out to Deep Silver on this one. Not necessarily for me, but I can see other people having a lot of fun with it. So what do you guys think about Saints Row the Third coming over to Nintendo Switch from Deep Silver? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here. This is a game that I want to cover anytime that I have the chance, and that is Daemon X Machina. And we have the brand new Gamescom 2018 trailer, and I'm hoping they don't claim it if I put it full screen, but we'll have to wait and see on that one, guys. So the mech action game is due out in 2019. So Marvelous has released a brand spanking new trailer for the E3 2018 announced mecha action game Daemon X Machina at Gamescom 2018. Now let's go over a little bit of overview about this game if you don't know what it's about, because not too many people are talking about it, and I think this is going to be a sleeper hit for 2019. A brand new Nintendo Switch title with the strategy of a mech game at the speed of an action game. A brand new fast-paced mech action game from Kenichiro Tsukuda is coming to the Nintendo Switch system. Take your arsenal, a fully customizable powered suit, out for an array of missions to surmount the enemy at all costs. Choose and equip your arsenal with a multitude of weapons, obtain more from downed enemy arsenals, and swap them on the fly to suit your strategy in the face of ever-changing threats. Here are the key features of the game. So Sakuda is well known for his work on developing the Armored Core series. He and his talented team have developed this brand new title with the goal of making it the best mech action game out there. The character design were created by Yusuke Kozaki, who also worked on the Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates games. Mech concept designs were created by Mr. Kamawori, who has also worked on the Armored Core series and the Super Dimension Fortress Macross series. Arsenals can battle freely in the air and on the ground. So once again, Daemon X Machina is due out for the Nintendo Switch in 2019. I'm extremely excited about this game. They've got an all-star cast of members working on this from Fire Emblem, Armored Core. This is going to be published by Nintendo, so this is technically a first-party title here, but it's developed by Marvelous, so it's a little bit of a collaboration. Some more information on this game, guys. It's using Unreal Engine 4 to kind of create the dynamicness and depth of its graphical visuals, but have that kind of cel-shaded animated style to it. It just looks absolutely slick. It looks absolutely slick. It's going to have some multiplayer in there. Looks like it's going to have online multiplayer, but they haven't detailed that at this point, but it looks like it is going to have some nice multiplayer in there as well. And probably my favorite thing about this game, outside of the visual presentation and the style of it, is the combat. The combat just looks really cool because you can just fly up into the air, you can blast enemies down, you can go on the ground, you can grab weapons, and right then and there you can have those weapons. You don't have to wait and then equip them once you get back to your base. You can just get those weapons right there, and there's just a lot of different types of weapons. For those who don't know, I really love Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing is one of my favorite anime of all time, and this kind of reminds me of that just a little bit because you have a human pilot inside of these mechs and you're controlling it from there. You have swords, you have huge rockets, you have just thin blades, you have machine guns, you have everything that you can think of for like different arsenals or Gundams to put in there. So I'm really excited about this. There's going to be a ton of different customization that you can do to your arsenal and you can do to your character as well when it comes to how your character looks. So I'm just loving everything about this game. I'm loving the different trailers that they've showed off. I'm loving the gameplay that they showed off at E3. It just looks like it's going to be a huge and great game. So what do you guys think about Daemon X Machina and this brand new Gamescom 2018 trailer? Are you guys hyped for the game yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next topic here, we finally have a release date for Shenmue 3, and the game is officially coming on August 27th, 2019. So Shenmue 3 will launch for the PS4 and PC on that date there. Publisher Deep Silver and developer NewZ have announced at Gamescom 2018. Now here's a little bit of an overview of the game. So only a few games become legendary. This is the story of one of them. Shenmue 3 sees the continuation of the epic story-driven saga. The player controls teenage martial arts artist Ryo Hazuki as he investigates his father's murder. Players must explore the game's open world, searching for clues, examining objects, and talking to non-player characters or NPCs for information, taking them further into enemy territory, deeper into mystery, and even closer to their destiny. So you guys are checking out the brand new trailer as well from Gamescom, and August 27, 2019, a bit off and kind of weird, just that date right there. Not really early 2019, not really late, a little bit more of a mid or so late Q2, Q3 2019, but hey, I'll take it at this point. Shenmue is one of those franchises that I remember playing back in the day, renting, but not necessarily loving as much as everybody else on the internet loves this franchise. So we do have Shenmue 1 and 2 HD that are coming out pretty soon here, so I'm pretty sure I'll play that at some point and see how I like it in today's day, and then kind of see if Shenmue 3 is a game that I want to get into. But I did want to talk about it because Shenmue 3, remember, was announced all the way back in 2013 at Sony's press conference. So 2013 to 2019, that is a 6-year development period from the first Kickstarter to this point to when it's going to release, and we're not even there yet. We still got about a year before it releases. So just like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which I talked about the other day, it's like, man, these games take a while, but that's what happens when you're trying to build something super high quality, but you don't have that huge backing or that huge budget of a huge publisher or like a Nintendo or Microsoft or Sony. This is what happens when you do that, and it's a grassroots or it's a Kickstarter type of thing. So it just happens, guys. It's not just Bloodstained. It's happening over here to Shenmue. We've seen it with Mighty Number 9. We've seen it with lots of different games. It just take forever. Now, I'm not trying to say it's going to turn out like Mighty Number 9. Don't get me wrong there, guys. But at the same time, it just takes a while for some of these games, which is fine. They have to make sure that they try to make it quality, right? So what do you guys think about Shenmue 3 launching August 27th, 2019? What do you think about this new trailer here as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final topic here, we have a brand new announcement for a character in Mario Tennis Aces. So Diddy Kong will be joining the fray in Mario Tennis Aces as a playable character this September, Nintendo has announced. Now, users who participate in the in-game tournament being from September 1st to the 30th will receive Diddy Kong as a playable character. Diddy Kong will be available to all users after October 1st. So if you have the game and you want Diddy Kong, you can get him early if you play in that tournament. So Mario Tennis Aces is available for the Nintendo Switch at this point, and it's actually one of the better selling games this year. Nintendo reported the game sold well over 1.3 million units in just like a couple days. I think it was like 9 days or so. So people are really having fun with Mario Tennis Aces on the Nintendo Switch, and they balanced things out with Bowser Jr., so that's good. I think that they want to do a little bit of that before they release it to everyone. I think they want to have a little test period with Diddy Kong, because he might be OP, might be doing some hoo-haws out there, Super Smash Brothers. So I think they want to test him out, see how things are, see how the results go with the tournament with Diddy Kong in there, and then once he becomes available October 1st, they'll put out another patch to see if he needs any nerfs or some buffs with this character. So I think that's what's going on there, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But overall, I'm excited for Diddy Kong. I think it's cool. I love Diddy Kong. He's one of my favorite Donkey Kong characters out there. When I was a kid, he was my favorite Donkey Kong character. I think he still is. I'm not really sure any other Donkey Kong characters I like more than Diddy Kong. He's really cool. Although the hoo-ha has soured me a little bit on Diddy Kong just because it was so tough beating him in Smash Brothers. But still, I used to play Diddy Kong 2 on the Super Nintendo. Absolutely love that game with Dixie Kong. Oh, Dixie Kong, I like her too. So either one of them, they're cool. They're both cool. So anyway, what do you guys think about Diddy Kong being a playable character in Mario Tennis Aces? You looking forward to that? Let me know your thoughts in addition to all the different stuff that we discussed in this video. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps out the channel. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, YouTube live gaming pages, and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, and rewards. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.